Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm exploring a new nature reserve today and it's absolutely fantastic. It's about early afternoon, so I've been here all day, and I'm at a place called Rutland Waters, and it's a massive reservoir, and there's two reserves. I'm in the bigger of the two at the moment, and in this reserve there's 22 wildlife hides. It's absolutely brilliant. So I'm wandering around. I've done about 11 hides. I'm not going to get around the whole reserve, and then there's a whole other reserve as well. So I think this is turning out to be an absolutely brilliant wildlife area. Just outside this hide, they're sort of moved off now, but I've had fairly ordinary things. I've got some lovely shots of a little egret walking past. There's grey-legged geese, barnacled geese, there's a little grebe, so there's I've seen great crested grebes just come past as well. So I've got some really nice shots of the egrets, a few shots of the grey legs, and some other bits and pieces. But earlier today I also got some brilliant flight shots of common terns, and they were diving down, doing lots of aerobatics. It was absolutely brilliant. Now, not every hide is going to be good, and I tend to favour the hides that have got the water really close to them. So this hide, the water's sort of really only about 6 feet away, so that's great. It means you've got potential for that wildlife to come really close. So that's what I'd normally look for. When you've got areas where the bank or the edge of the water is like, you know, 25, 30, 40, 50 metres away, then the animals are never going to be that close. So it's really easy to just take a quick look in various hides and work out the ones that are going to be the best for wildlife. Now, you can sit in a hide that's where the water's a long way away and still get some great shots, because you never know what's going to fly past or fly above you. But generally, if the water's close to the hide, you've got more opportunities for wildlife photography. And as I say, today it's been brilliant so far. Now, the light's been mixed. It's been light and shade, so I've had cloud, I've had sunshine, so I've got a mix of both. So I don't mind. I just react to whatever the weather gives me, and I'm going to spend about another 20 minutes in this hide, see if I can get the great crested grebe or the little grebe, and then move on, because this is sort of an explore really. I definitely will be back, even though it's a couple of hours from where I live, because the potential here is just so great. And I think on a first visit you never really get your best shots because you're learning about the location. So this is almost really a fact-finding mission, but if I come back with good pictures and I've already got some good shots, then to be honest, it's all good, isn't it? So I'm going to shut up now for a little while. I'm going to wait for this, hopefully for some more wildlife to come in, and yeah, I'll speak to you soon, guys. I've got my 200 to 500mm zoom lens with me today because I'm doing a lot of walking around, and my prime lens is just so heavy. So this is ideal. 500mm focal length is pretty good for this sort of photography. Yes, I would like my 600, but it's so heavy to walk around with, so I'm going to stick with the 200 to 500. I've got my Z6 II, and I've mainly shot stills today. If I can get a chance, because I've been exploring, I haven't really had the time to shoot a lot of video as well, wildlife video, but if I get a chance, I'm going to try and get a little bit of video this afternoon, you know, because I think it'll make this vlog a little bit more interesting if I've got some really nice stills plus some footage. And if I do shoot video, I'll be shooting 120 frames per second slow motion footage, and then for the stills I'm shooting at 2,000th of a second, and then between f5.6 and f7.1, and the 2,000th of a second is obviously fast enough to freeze the motion of any birds that are just floating past or swimming past, but it's also fast enough for most flight shots as well, so I'm keeping all the bases covered. Hi guys, I've walked around to another hide now, and this is another really good hide because the water's really close to the edge of the hide. I mean, it's about probably 5 or 6 feet away, which means the wildlife, will come in close. And I've already got some excellent extra shots of common terns. I'll show you on the video in a minute, but over here there's some posts sticking out of the water, and I had a common tern on the post, and they got chased off by another common tern. There was a couple of common terns on the posts, and then they got chased off. I've got flight shots in front of the hide, so it's been really good again. Yeah, this is a fantastic reserve. Lots going on. Now, it will vary from season to season, and this is, the summer months at the moment, so it's a great time for common terns. On the other side of the reserve, there are ospreys, and I've got a couple of really distant shots of ospreys, but not very good. I might put one on this video. So yeah, all in all, though, a fantastic day's photography. Now, I've got the same settings as I had previously, so 2,000th of a second. Actually, I'm going to put it up to a 3,200th of a second because the sun's come out again, the light levels are high, so I can shoot a little bit faster shutter speed because the turns are quite quick. So 3,200th of a second, ISO 400, f7.1, so it's really good. Oh, and in the distance, it's a fair way off at the moment, so I can still keep talking. There's a great white egret. Now, they're similar to little egrets, but massive. Little egrets of about sort of this big, quite small birds. Great white egrets about the same size, if not a little bit bigger than a heron. Little egrets have got black beaks, the great white egrets have got yellow beaks, and yeah, it is coming this way. So what I'm going to do in a minute, if it keeps moving towards me, I'm going to shut up and wait and just hope that it comes in close enough to photograph. So yeah, I'm going to say bye for now, guys, and I'll speak to you in a little while. Let's hope I get a great white egret as well. I'm really pleased. Yeah, I've got the great white egret. It came down the bank, like along the edge of the water and the bank side, fishing, and I've got shots of it just standing around. I've got shots where it's sort of diving into the water, beak first to fish, and I've also got 3 or 4 shots where it's like hopping up into the air with like wings outstretched. So yeah, what a great finish to the end of the day. I'm not going to bother about going to any other hides now. It's getting on. I've got a couple of hours journey to get home. So what I think I'm going to do is just give it another half an hour here, just because it's so relaxing, and I'm just going to chill. If I don't get any other shots, it really doesn't matter because I've got a whole heap. So I've got common terns, I've got little egrets, I've got great white egrets. I've got a couple of shots of great crested grebes. I've got a couple of iffy shots of little grebes, but I did get a couple, cormorants, herons, so it's been absolutely superb. I'm definitely coming back, that's for sure, but I'd like to come back in a different season because, as I say, with summer now, so you get a certain set of birds in the summer. In the winter, this is meant to be really good for huge numbers of geese, and I think, decent number of wading birds as well. So it's going to change, as the seasons turn in the UK. So yeah, it's been brilliant. Got a great white egret. I'm really, really pleased. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've had a really cracking day, and I hope you've enjoyed coming along with me on this sort of expedition to a new nature reserve. What a great one it's been. And if you have enjoyed it, if you haven't already subscribed, if you can consider subscribing to my channel, that would be brilliant. If you can give the video a thumbs up, that would also be fantastic. Oh, if you do subscribe as well, if you can press the bell icon, hopefully that YouTube will notify you when my next video is uploaded. Doesn't always work, but fingers crossed. It's free to subscribe, so hopefully you've got nothing to lose. And if you'd like to see more of this sort of content, then yeah, I'm doing this sort of content on a fairly frequent basis. I do a little bit on equipment, and I do some deeper tutorials, macro photography as well. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it, guys. If you've got any great experiences from new nature reserves you've visited, let me know in the comment section below, especially if they're within a couple of hours of Essex. And I could, I'm always looking for new reserves to go visit. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm going to stop waffling now, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now, guys. As you can see, I'm packing up ready to go home, but on the walk back to my car there was one hide really near the visitor centre on the way out, and I just thought I'd stick my head in. And again, it's one of these hides that's not that close to the water, so it really was a case of sticking my head in just to have a quick look really. But then as I got in, there was 3 or 4 people in the hide, and they said to me, oh, there's been a hobby hunting along, in front of the hide. So I sat down, and this never happens, but within 5 minutes I got pictures of a hobby, and then an osprey came over. So it was just one of those really lucky encounters that you get, not very often. And I've got pictures of hobbies flying past 3 or 4 times. I also got a picture of a hobby with a dragonfly in its talons, and it's eating the dragonfly on the wing, and I've never photographed that before. So it was a really lucky stop off. The osprey shots, I'll put 1 or 2 on at the end here, but they were quite distant. But to see the hobby with a dragonfly eating a dragonfly in flight was remarkable. So it was a fantastic end to the day, and really unexpected. And it sort of makes a bit of a mockery of what I said about, picking hides with the water close to them. In this hide, the water's a long way away, but because there's this big expanse of like a grassy area in front of the hide, that's where the hobby was hunting. So it was a superb experience, and yeah, a great way to end a marvellous day at a new nature reserve. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching guys, and I will speak to you on the next video. Bye for now.